Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshయం Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. His Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti has his 5 phase. Agora Murti has his 5 phase.
Vamadeva Murti has his 5 face. Satyojata Murti has his 5 face. Ishana Murti has his 5 face. All these 5 Murtis, 5 faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovijian order of Kailasha led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamala Pita Sarvanya Pita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Surya Vamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada the science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Jnana is the embodiment of charity. I can say he had all the best qualities. In a way, little more than Arjuna. Just only one mistake. Association with self-denial. Duryodhana, that's all. Bhishma, embodiment of dharma, righteousness. I can say righteousness is one aspect of dharma. Giving is another one aspect of dharma. That is why in Sanskrit, for giving, for righteousness, for all these great qualities, the same word dharma is used. And Acharya Drona, amazing knowledge and ability to teach. But all this will be no use if it joins with self-denial. Duryodhana. Dhritarashtra is the embodiment of self-doubt. Savini, embodiment of self-hatred. Duryodhana, embodiment of self-denial. If Bhishma, Drona, Karna, all of them have moved out of Duryodhana, what an amazing heroes they are. Even Panchabandavas are nothing in front of these characters. So, it's very important for you to know not only who you are, with whom you associate. Your Sangha also need to be right. Whether you join in Satsanga or Dussanga, Your Sangha also decides your fate. You can't say, no, wherever I am, I will protect myself. No. You are not that powerful. You are not that intelligent. You are not that capable. Really, Bhishma thought he will protect himself and protect the Hastinapura. He will save Hastinapura kingdom. He will save Duryodhana. Drona never thought he will not be able to save Duryodhana. Drona really would have thought he will save Hastinapura. Bhishma would have never imagined in his life he has to throw arrows at Krishna, whom he worshipped every day. His own Ishta Devata. He has to throw arrows at him. The tradition says Krishna has to come to Chennai, Trippikin, Tiruvallikeni, and rest, get treated for all his Bhishma Bana, the wounds created in his body and face by the Bhishma's arrows. No one else's arrows were able to touch Krishna, but Bhishma Banas created wound on Krishna's body. Still, the Parthasarathi in Triplicane, the deity carries the wounds all over the face and the body. Every year, even now, that season, after that Kurukshetra war, that 40 days, he is given a Ayurvedic herbal bath. Ayurvedic oils are applied on the deity, and no one was allowed to have darshan. He was left to rest and recoup. Bhishma would have never imagined he will be forced to throw arrows at his own Ishta Devata. Understand, never ever associate yourself with Duryodhanas, the Dussanga. Even the characters like Bhishma, embodiment of righteousness. What an integrity and authenticity. Sure, the power of his integrity has saved him. No one was able to kill him. Even Arjuna was not able to kill him. But his whole integrity, he is made useless. He was not dead. He was not killed. But he was made useless. Just lying on the arrow bed in the Kurukshetra. So understand, Bhishma, embodiment of integrity. Karna, embodiment of charity. What a giving style. One of our sannyasi was coming in the flight. The air hostess, male guy, he saw her watch and said, watch is very pretty. The watch she was wearing was with Rudraksha. Then immediately she took it and gave it away. See, as a sannyasi, the moment you like something, I have to give it away. The air hostess, he was little shocked. He could not understand. He said, no. She said, it's okay, please have it. I was so happy when I saw that scene. No, the sannyas has to be practiced continuously. I am very clear. I don't own anything. Whatever is there belongs to Sangha. If anything is mine, anybody asks, it is theirs. Karna, his charity, the amazing quality of charity he had. Every one of us should meditate on Karna to imbibe that quality of charity. unimaginable quality of charity. Warfield, about to die, even at that moment, Krishna comes and asks for all the punyas he has done. Karna doesn't care, doesn't bother. He knows if he gives away all the punyas, immediately he will be dead. But he gave away. That is why Vyasa, when he writes, for nobody else he uses the word moksha. When Drona was killed, he says Dronavada. For everyone, he uses only the word vada. For Karna, Vyasa uses the word Karna moksha. Karna was not killed, he was liberated. Because his good actions were the only thing which were stopping him getting enlightened. He had all the best qualities. And whatever small bad actions, karma was there, he has suffered enough for it. Only his good actions are stopping him getting enlightened. Krishna goes and takes away all the fruits of the good actions and liberates him. Such a character. See, it's like just through charity he became enlightened. He got liberation. But even he is useless when he was living because of his association with self-denial. Even the Karna, useless when he was living in the body because of his association with self-denial. Understand, whatever good qualities you may have, do not allow the sangha, dussanga, association of self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Yudhishthira is embodiment of integrity. Bhima is embodiment of authenticity. Arjuna is embodiment of responsibility. Sagadeva is embodiment of enriching. Even when any opposite guy, Duryodhana, comes to Sahadeva, he blesses him saying that you start the war on this day, you will be successful. That kind of an enriching. Enriching even enemy. Nagula is embodiment of causing. He went on being a catalyst for everyone to realize their reality. He was such an amazing support for Yudhishthira, Arjuna, Bhima, and for Sahadeva, everyone. He was just behind the scene, always being a support. All these five won the game of life only by the grace of Guru Krishna.
Is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi.
Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Bhagavan Parameshwara beautifully says, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness with the supreme power, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed, manifest at once as length, breadth, depth, time and space. So beautifully he says, the uniting in oneness with the supreme, Paramashiva, manifesting by being in the restful awareness with on Shakti, and embodiment of that which is cognized and willed, the will persistence, will manifest all the dimension that we can understand. Bhagavan beautifully says the extreme, ultimate characters like Karna and Bhishma, who are the way we should function, and even got liberated. Even Saguni got liberated. But all the liberation that they had is from the suffering point because of one problem of self-denial. They associated with self-denial again and again. They fell into the deep depression and got liberated out of suffering. Saguni was every minute was only thinking of Krishna, only in the enmity of suffering. Same way, Kamsa, the word Ka comes itself, Krishna, he used to get frightened, threatened. All this was because of their self-hatred, self-denial, and self-doubt patterns. Bhagavan beautifully says, when you align with the Guru, even whatever pattern you have, and you are asura, even an animal or a plant, you become the greatest happening of moksha. Here, with all the struggle, he has to have the moksha with all the trouble and pain and suffering. Throughout his life, he asked Krishna only one thing: why am I suffering so much? Karna didn't have any other question. It's because of the self-denial pattern that he had. If he had just left and moved to Pandava the minute he knew they were the brothers, simply he would have gained the ultimate strength and would have been a different life for him. But he had to suffer so much because he decided to associate self-denial, which was greater importance to him than the Guru. So that is how we all suffer and we miss the ultimate reality. How can ultimate manifest my life? I know my life and I can decide my life and completely collapse the life. That is why Bhagavan says constantly, very beautifully he says, in spite of you, your life runs. In spite of us, our life is happening is because our self-denial, self-doubt, self-hatred is all protecting all the good things not to happen. If we were not there, our business would be better. If we are not there, things in life would be better. Because of our existence, we stop things from what it should happen as reality. Such a beautiful, powerful cognition Bhagavan gave to shift how we need to live just in the presence of Guru. That's the only thing that we need in our life. Other than that, anything and however best we are, in bestest form and bestest integrity and bestest possible way, still we are living with self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. Under the Guru's guidance, Vata, Varana is the only salvation for all of us to get liberated with such a joy and bliss. That is what Bhagavan says. Nakula kept on causing everybody behind them to the ultimate reality, to the Guru, and simply happened as the reality. The enriching and causing, pulling us out of delusion and liberating is the only way we can exist as the ultimate. And the Vata Varana which produce that is the only way we can exist as our reality, a blissful reality. Now let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana for length dimension for logical questions and on different subjects. Prahlada answering questions of Hiranyakasipu on where is Vishnu. Hiranyakasipu, the demon king, through many years of penance, he had acquired a boon that he would not die either during the day or night, in-house or outside the house, slaughtered by a man or animal, no weapon made or metal or wood. The boon gave him a lot of power, so he lived recklessly and ruled ruthlessly. He had a son, Prahlada, who was a great devotee of Sri Vishnu. He would chant Vishnu's name all the time during all his activity. Hiranyakasipu was very angry with Prahlada devotion to God, to Lord Vishnu. wanted his son to worship only him. But Prahlada continued his devotion to Vishnu, and his father continued to harass him to change his way. Hiranyakasipu asked Prahlada about the greatness of Vishnu. Prahlada replied, the Lord Vishnu is everywhere, everything that exists. Such a beautiful oneness space, such a beautiful, amazing darshan. Prahlada never got scared, but only saw the compassion of Vishnu coming to liberate his father into making him a devotee, a liberation again. Prahlada's first wish was to get his father back. This is from Vishnu Purana, Book 1, Chapter 19, page 142. Let's go to the Atma. That's beautiful. Now let's go to Atma Pramana, the Leelas of Bhagwan. Bhagwan himself narrates.
The transition happens into the Tyaga manifesting as powerfulness, ferociousness. I still remember Arunagiri Yogeshwara gave me one copper coin in which Arunachaleshwara's form was printed. I was keeping it and worshipping it. It was very near and dear for me. One day one of my classmates, he was given a chocolate by another friend and he said, no, I don't want chocolate. Instead, if you give me that money, I'll be happy. The friend asked, what you are going to do with that money? He said, near my house, somebody is building a temple. I have decided that till the temple is completed, I will not eat chocolate and I will collect all the money and give it to the temple to complete that construction. Even if he collects everything, he may give some 10 bricks, not more than that. But his way of tyaga, I was so happy I gave this dollar to him, which I was worshipping for quite a long time. And after a few hours, I came back to temple to meet Arunagiri Yogeshwara. I told him that I did this. He was so happy. He said, learn to respect Shraddha. That time he did not use the word Tyaga, he used the word Shraddha. I can say both different words, but ultimately same experience. See, that friend may contribute only 10 bricks, even if he saves all the money he eats as chocolate, it may come maximum 50 rupee to 100 rupee. With that 50 to 100 rupee, he may contribute some 10 bricks or, I don't know, 20 bricks, less than 10, 20 bricks. But his ferociousness, more than the contribution he does to temple, his heart will become temple. I tell you, same with Shambhava. He only decided to.
Beautiful. Now let's go to the Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the experience of millions of disciple devotees, followers initiated by Bhagavan all over the world, sharing their testimonials and their demonstration. Now let's go to see the power demonstration of these devotees.
She asked me to ask general knowledge questions. So I said, who is the 4th president of US? And she was seeing, and she actually came to the last name very quickly. She said it's Madison. She actually didn't know how to spell. I mean, she spelled it Madison. And the first name also, she said it starts with J and A. And she missed M, but she said ES. So it was really surprising. We didn't know. We had to search and we had to confirm it later on.
So amazing. Now let's go to the instruction for manifesting the power of length, and then Pratyaksha
Pramana. Scientific studies. What can be measured? Measuring the effects of being in enlightenment state. Vedic sciences have always maintained that consciousness is the very substance of space and time. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Paramahamsa Nithyananda, has clearly defined the existence of 11 dimensions of consciousness. As per his elucidation, space can exist by itself. On the other hand, time can exist only in the presence of space, but can still exist without other dimensions, including the obvious ones, depth, length, and breadth. Source from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 2, Consciousness, page 83. In quantum terms, thought too is energy. Every cell of our body produces thoughts in the form of signals, which may be electrical, chemical, or otherwise. These can be measured in TPS, or thoughts per second. The normal TPS of the average human being can be hundreds of or thousands. Some thoughts are processed consciously, while others are processed unconsciously. A TPS of 0 is the state of Advaita, or enlightenment. Space is made up of strings of potential energy, which are in constant vibration, spanda, leading to the creation of virtual particles. This is the very basis of the Vedic truth of consciousness. In the Avatar Shastra, Swamiji mentions quantum physicist Amit Goswami's article about entanglement between two people. Quantum physicist of Indian origin, Amit Goswami, made two people meditate together. They were separated in two chambers, one person in each. When one person had a light stroked at his eye, it caused the firing of certain frequency in the brain. Remarkably, at the same moment, the other person's brain also fired, even though he never saw the light. This proves that the energies of people intuitively affect each other.
There are two kinds of movement in the world. One kind of movement is maximum speed limit with the speed of light. That's the kind of movement that is allowed in the domain that we call space and time. That's where matter moves, that's where things look diverse. But the other kind of domain is where the speed of communication is infinite. We call it non-local. That's the domain of potentiality. And if there is instant connection in that domain, then do you see it got to be one? If things are instantly interconnected, that interconnectedness is oneness. That is the oneness that mystics and spiritual teachers talk about. That is the oneness. So simply by recognizing that objects are possibilities, we are looking at a oneness. And then it's just a question of language. Question of language. What should I call this oneness?
setting up things for the length dimension, logical questions using yantra or kavi. Have the yantra or kavi, jnananjan, camera with the timestamp and a pen and paper. This is the yantra which you can use. Take a few moments to set up your camera, download the timestamp, click on the video, ensure that the time is shown on the screen. The timestamp is vividly seen on the screen. Make sure the camera is facing you, it's bright light and a very quiet place, and there is no other external device or books near where you're manifesting the powers. Please take a few moments to set up the camera. Guidelines to start. Turn on the video recording, apply the Jnananjan and third eye, bring the awareness to your third eye, randomly ask logical mathematical question, derivation or formula, analysis which has definite answer to compare. Take the kavi or yantra, apply the Jnananjan, gently look into it, and simply Bhagavan Parameshiva will reveal the details. Write down and note down all the details, all the results, and all the formulas, whatever the question is. And based on what your partner or acharya has, if there's no partner or acharya, take up some books which you have no clue and start writing the questions, and take the questions and start using the kavi or yantra, writing down the answer for those questions. And once the result is derived, just compare the whole thing with the exact results, the derivation, symbols, formulas, key concepts, all the marks, answers. If you get it exactly correct, then you're perfectly manifesting. If you got a portion of it, you're still manifesting. Celebrate the manifestation. Simply, it will start expanding, and more you'll start manifesting. Verifying authentically and sharing the video with powerful cognition to others, and listen to others' experience as you manifest these powers. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting, means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hence, sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people, But unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency
When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone. Nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Vani open up. Manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnananjan Paramashivam. 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 Om Jnananjan Paramashivam.
Verification process that no video editing is done on Shakti Avishkarna Power Manifestation video. Verifying video is not stopped or restarted in the process of manifestation. All videos have timestamp and have a wide angle view. Do not tamper the questions by showing the method or giving some clue is prohibited. Do not prepare the questions in front or the answers in front of them. The answers, if it is in different metric system, you can convert it to it accordingly before verifying. Do not use the electronic device or books or during the power manifestation. Take the very complex, difficult questions and no simple ones, and simply you will see the third eye revealing all the answers. Authentically, the result should match as seen exactly by anyone commonly and not interpreted the result or manipulate the result. Keep it very simple and straight when you verify authentically. Thank you for manifesting this power of length dimension. Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause. others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham